Hey guys, happy Thursday. I'm Sandra Younger. I am the inventor of this fantastic cord knotting and design tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All. And you can see this is what we're going to be using today to help us make this necklace. And this, I really like these. It's a, what is it? Let me see. Red bamboo coral. And I really wanted to wear it with my outfit today because I think that like red looks really good with a black and white. Because I don't know, there's just something about that color combination that really works well. And I'm very excited about this project. And oh, I hope I've got so many really cool tips and tricks because when I was making it, I ran into this one really big problem that I couldn't solve. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to take out the little tips and tricks, like little slogan that I have here because I'm not going to have any, but I figured out the problem and I'm going to share it with you. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Down below, you can ask questions, leave comments, the share button. You could like email the link to your friends. You could save it for later. And you know, one thing that you could actually do, because I get a lot of customers that say that they cannot find the show link. It is on my website, and I do send out an email, and you could also bookmark it, like right now if you're watching from your computer, but not from Facebook or a YouTube. You'd have to actually go to the JTV Extra website and bookmark it from there. And that's actually what I do on my computer, so it just makes it so much faster and easier. Anyway, with that said, let's get to the products that are available on today's show, and then we'll do the customer showcase, and then we'll get to this really cool project. The first two items that we have on today's show are the fabulous Knotty-Do-It-All boards. We have our large board, which is the original, and you do get the, this comes with a hardware kit, the DVD and the ebook, and let me tell you, this thing is fantastic because you can, your hardware, you can reconfigure it in all different ways to do, like, I mean, all kinds of like knotting, macrame, multi-strands. I mean, you name it, it does it. And we also have our small board. And the neat thing about the small board, it does come with the instructional DVD, the ebook, the hardware, you know, all the lessons. And it's great if you travel. And it's also, you can also use it side by side with the big board to make it even longer. And both of them have inches and centimeters, and they've got a ring size chart. And these things are like rock solid. And underneath, they've got the anti-skid feet, so that way if you're working, your work doesn't go moving around. And let's see what else we have. Oh, let's see. Oh, the waxed cord. Now this cord, it comes in both a black and natural. Each spool, they're pretty big. They have about 157 yards each, and it is 2-ply and it's synthetic, which means you can melt it. So, you know, if because you know cords like leather, silk, you know, you can't melt those, but these are really, this cord is excellent for like finishing knots and, you know, just anything where you need like a really like sturdy, like solid finish. And let's see, next we have the leather cord. This one, it comes in 3 colors. There are 2 spools of black and antique brown and a light brown. And these have a 5 meters per spool, and it's a 1.5 millimeter. It's a nice thickness, pretty colors. I mean, these are like your go-to colors, like when you're like, especially if you're doing anything with like large hole pearls. This stuff is like fantastic. And let's see what we have next. Okay, now here is a multi-stone antique silver tone assorted focal set, and you get 18 in total. And you know, some of the, look at that I don't know what they call it, confetti or piñata or something like that, but I think the ones off to the left, that's a pretty like, it's just so colorful. And then you got the blue ones and the red ones, and these things are, I mean, they're pretty solid. They're about the smaller ones about the size of a quarter, and the bigger ones are about the size of like maybe a 50-cent piece. So they're pretty substantial. And then the next thing we have here is the turquoise simulant, and you get 9 strands. And you know what? I did make a necklace. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Let me grab it. I haven't finished it yet, but check out, look how pretty this is. Let me show you. It's really cool, like what I did here. So I'm not finished with it, but I will be. But I ended up making this really pretty necklace. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe make it like a rosary style, put something like knotted on the bottom so it looks like that. But isn't that pretty? I really love this shape, you know, and I was thinking that maybe, I don't know, maybe I could do something similar to this with the other ones, because look, they're big. I mean, look at this. This is about the like, I don't know, that's pretty big. I think this is about, let's see how long this is. It's about an inch and a quarter. So, you know, and they're just nice and they're heavy and I like them. And I can't wait to finish that necklace. It's going to look really like cool. And $29.99, it's a closeout buy. It is 30% off. So that's a good deal. 9 strands. Wow. Let's see next. This red bamboo coral. I just love it. When I saw it, you know, the thing is, there were so many different things I wanted to make with it. I mean, there was this other necklace, but then, you know, I just got the idea for this, you know, this necklace that we're going to be making today. But check it out. And they're not like tiny either. They're probably, I don't know, let's see. It says here they're 8 to 14 millimeters. So the sizes, they range a little bit, but it wasn't so drastic that I think the description's wrong, because I don't see any in here that look like they're whoops, like 8 millimeter. They pretty much look like they're maybe one, you know, one of them, but most of them are pretty you know, they're pretty uniform as far as the diameter goes. But you know, look at that, they're so pretty. And plus, you know, I made that whole necklace and looking, just there's so many of them. And, you know, considering the strand is like 15 to 16 inches, you just get, there's just seems like there's so many of them. Seems to be a lot. So I think I still have enough left over to make you know, a bracelet or something. But I love these. They're so pretty. And then the last item are these silver toned clasps. Now, these are definitely enlarged so that you can see them, but they are 12 by 8.5 millimeter. And they're really interesting because I was thinking that they could be used like a bail, put like a temporary pendant on a necklace, because they don't have the your typical like ring, like a clasp would, like, you know, so it's I just think it would be like perfect for adding like a pendant to a necklace. Anyway, those are all the products that are on today's show. Well, weren't those red beads, the bamboo cord? They're just when I saw them, you know, it's so hard to find, you know, beads that are like the perfect shade of red. It seems like I'm always on the hunt because, you know, you get just like a little sprig of red. I'm going to be making because I see I wore my red earrings with my black and white here, but I'm going to be making a necklace. This just has like beading wire in it, and when I finish with it, it's just going to be a real simple, you know, little necklace with like maybe, I don't know, some beads on the side. But this was just like one of the things, so I just like beading wire. So, but that's beside the point. Anyway, don't forget, if you have a Brilliant Cash, don't forget to check your account to see if you have any, because you can get, you know, if you're a first-time purchaser, you get $40 on your birthday, 20 anniversary of your first purchase, $20. And the a Refer a Friend program, you get 25, your friend gets 25. And as you can see here, you know, 1% back on all purchases and 2% back with a preferred card. And returning customers after 365 days, you get $30. So that's not a bad check. Make sure to just check your account like every month in case you just don't remember, you know, when it was you made your first purchase. Anyway, I'm very excited to do the customer slideshow because it's really interesting. And then we'll get to the awesome project with the, you know, I've got so many of those tips and tricks, and I'm just hoping that I don't forget all of them. Okay, so first we have this really cool tassel by Martine. Aside the fact that it's so nice and fluffy, which I really like, it's amazingly trimmed at the bottom, because I know that can be tricky. And what's more is I really like the top because it's got like the snake knot. And this is so interesting. Like, I have no idea how you did that. So I guess you must have done the snake knot first and then put the tassel. I don't know, but that is such an interesting and cool. Just look at that. I love this tassel. And I tell you, Martine and I were thinking the same, because I was thinking tassels. And then there's another thing that she has like further down that, I believe it or not, I did something like almost just like it. So here is a really cool snake knot tassel top. Very nice. And next we have Laura Lee. Oh, this is such a cute bracelet. It's got the little like silver like cowboy hat. You know, and this just reminded me, I don't know why I was thinking of the rodeo that they hold in Houston, Texas every year, because I remember, you know, I went there for some reason. This was just so rodeo. And I don't know if it says something on there, but it's just so cute. I love it. Very nice. And here, yeah, this is the other angle because this is, look at the loop on there. It's got the little the macrame beads on the end with the got like the toggle thing. That's so cute. Did I do a lesson on that? I don't even remember, but I really like that. I need to go back and look at my lessons because I think that looks really cool. And oh, Shelly, Ohio, she sent me this like within minutes after making it. I was like really, really impressed. It came out very nice. This is last week's project, and check it out. It has little dangles. So this one is taken a step further, and let's take a look at the button's cool too, and it looks like it's like handmade. I don't know. Maybe that's a tiara cast button. I think that looks like a tiara cast button. But look at the, you just did such a fantastic job, you know, with the macrame beads. I mean, just fantastic. And I think this was a fun project. So I hope, you know, some of you guys like try this one because it really is fun. And, Martine. Okay, look at the way okay, this one, it's not adjustable, but the ending is really, really interesting. And it's interesting because I did something like similar to finish my necklace, but it served a totally different purpose. But it was like a moose knot, two moose knots with a bead in the middle. So you know, when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, what is like in the air that everyone's like thinking the same. And so I thought that was really cool. So thank you, Martine. Really, really nice. And oh, this bracelet is so cute. Check it out. It's a little wine charm bracelet. And the interesting thing, if you notice, like the top beads are knotted, but then the bottom ones aren't. So I think that's just a really nice touch. And this one's done on like a wine colored I don't know, is that, I don't know, Laura Lee, a wax cord, I think it is, but this came out really pretty. And let's see, next we have the matching necklace with the little wine charm. And that's so cute. I need to stop looking at the wine. Let me move on. And then last we have, look at these cute, I love these bracelets. If I had them in front of me, I would wear all three of them like all at the same time. Look how pretty. I mean, it's got the sliding knot with the rings, the dangles. I like how they're different. The charms are just so pretty. I mean, like I love labradorite. I mean, it's just one of my favorite. My all-time favorite stone is like labradorite. And then, is that like the one on the bottom? Is that like I don't know what that is. So I'll let you, if you're watching today, Laura Lee, just let me know what that bottom stone is because it's just like, it's so dreamy. Anyway, guys, that is everything. And if you have anything you'd like to submit to it, I love like doing these customer showcases because it's just like, blows my mind. You can email me your photos at the knotty-do-it-all@gmail.com, and I can take pretty much any kind of format. So because I know a couple of you like emailed me asking me if I could take the HEIC or something like that format. I can work with you know, just about anything. So anyway, so that is it for today. Wasn't that fantastic? Okay, the project. I'm really excited about this because, boy, let me tell you, I learned some things along the way. Okay, so what this, let me show you like the basic anatomy. Okay, this is the part that I'm going to teach, you know, this part right here. And, you know, I had, for this necklace, because it's just like any of the other things that I teach, like if you can make two sides and then I've got like a bunch of different ways to put them together. So if you have two sides, you could bring them together and then you could just like knot, or you could flip it over and do like a backward macrame. So this is the part that I'm going to concentrate on. And what I did here, okay, I put this pendant on, and I'll talk about that in a second. Let's just ignore this. And you know, the funny thing about this, there's my friend, she watches this show. Okay, guys, you need to help me out. It's a telenovela, and it's called Tierra de Esperanza. And is that like, I don't know, Tierra, dirt of hope? Tierra de hope of dirt, or hope land? I don't know. Help me out for those of you that speak Spanish. But she said that this reminded her of something that they would wear on that show, because she said they've got like the craziest, coolest, like loud jewelry. So, you know, she gave me the idea, you know, from that movie. So I'll talk about that later, but this is the part we're going to concentrate on. Okay, so what we're working with is we have two cords, okay? And each of the sides has a leadered needle. So what we're doing is we're sliding the beads on. These beads here go on both of the leadered needles, and then we knot. And then the next one, we slide it up on one side, and then with the leadered needle, we come down the bottom. But I mean, that's the easy part once you start knotting, but getting the two cords, like from turning into a huge tangled mess, because I'll show you an example of one, because I had this idea of putting the two cords together with a moose knot. Look at this jumbled mess that I ended up with on the bottom. It's like you can't even separate them, because they're like stuck and intertwined with each other. But I'm going to show you how to get the moose knot with the both cords. And this is just like, I could not get I was like, no. This is just like, no way. And plus, you know, I was like kind of bummed out because I'd spent so much time. I was like carefully crafting this, but it didn't work. So let me put this aside, because I'm using that as an example of what not like not, but like N-O-T, what not to do. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, because you're going to need two leadered needles, and preferably have them the same length, because when you're coming back through and, you know, tightening, it's kind of awkward when they're like different lengths. So if you do not know what a leadered needle is, it is a needle with fishing line. And I want to take a moment to say hello to all my friends here. Let's see, Rhonda, Robin, okay, Anne. Oh, hello, Anne from North Carolina. Oh, good, I'm glad, because this is a good one, because my tips and tricks. Tess. Oh, snowing. Okay, we got Julie, Ron. Hey, Rhonda, I hope you're doing good. Suzanne, Shelley. Shelley, I need to talk to you. Okay, so we got like, oh, Karen, St. Martin. Oh my goodness, Julie. Let's see, Chatty. Yes, it is a pretty bread. And I saw a question here. Somebody had asked about, from Tread. Hi, Sandra. Does a 2mm leather fit a large hole pearl better? Let me address that really quick in case some of you have that same question. It depends on the hole size of the pearl. If you have a 2mm leather, your pearl, the hole has to be bigger. It cannot be equal to 2mm, because they'll just like, you know, they'll just like go like, you know, like this. They'll just butt up against each other. But it has to be a little bit bigger, and then it'll fit. And the same with like even a 1.5mm. It has the hole size has to be bigger than the leather. So I think that answers your question. So let me see if you guys have any more questions. Okay, Robin. Oh my gosh, I just want to say hi to everybody, because I really appreciate. Oh, Pat is in the house. Laura Lee. Okay, Mary. Oh my goodness, Michael. All right, PJ. Yes. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, did anyone answer? Let's see, my question about that soap opera. Okay, I guess not. Okay, so the leader needle is like a beading needle with fishing line. And if you do not know what that is and why I use them, that is because, you know, like if you have two ends, trying to get the, it's just, this is just, if you guys, who uses these? I mean, everybody's got to use these. Okay, preferably we're going to get them the same like length. So I'm just going to put a clip. I'm just going to clip them into a clip like this, and just really carefully. Let me see. Should I do a single knot or a double? I think I'm going to do a double knot because it's just a lot more secure. So I'm going to like get a peg, but you know, I'm just being very, you know, like cautious here because I want them to be exactly right. So I'm going to clip the ends like right. You know what? Let's do it one at a time because, you know, if they get like one string like tangled with another one, you know what? I'm going to use the knotting awl because I want to get the knot, because sometimes when you're doing this, the knots can get a little bit weird. So I'm going to come in here and just, you know, the best that you can. Okay, about right there. And then I'm going to like tighten and get the knot as small as possible and then trim this part off. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with, let me put this aside. And you know, one thing that I do, this is really a cool tip. Because you know, sometimes when you're dealing with these little guys, they can get lost really easily. So like on one of my clips, I have like a magnet. You just like, you know, boop, see that? Holds it perfect. So, you know, it's a little tiny thing, but it makes a huge difference. So let's clip this one here, and then I'm going to do a double. Whoops, let's get that back in. And let me just, ooh, this thread, sometimes it's just so delicate. I'm just going to like, can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just going to go around twice. And just get that knot, you know, roughly about the same distance, and then like nice and tight, and then trim. And when you're making the leader needles, you definitely need to do a double knot because it won't slide. But the a single knot, I mean, sometimes, oh my God, did I pull my window? I just want to make sure I didn't grab my leader needle. Okay, so I just want to like put this bit of information out there because since we're going to be changing it up a bit for the sake of time, because all this is repetition, because once you learn it, you just keep going. If you want to make this side, which is like 12 inches, you'll need each of your leader needle parts will be 3 yards. 3 yards, and then 3 yards, and then you'll fold it together and it'll come out to like a leader needle with 1.5 yards of thread. So 3 yards, and I'm using upholstery thread, and it's a size 92, because I tried different threads, and that's the one that like fit through double. So so let me put this aside. So I'm gonna kind of tidy this up because the next part is like really important. Okay, one thing that you can do is, which is probably the easiest, you take the ends, not the knot, because the folded end is on this side, which is what I should have put the leader needle on before I tied it, actually. Oh no, because this is not the one we're going to use. This is just an example. You can get your ring and tie a moose knot on there, and then tie another one, and then you could take that approach, or you could take this approach. If let's say you want both sections into the moose knot. That is what I want to, because this one's easy. I mean, it's very explanatory. Moose knot, throw this aside so it doesn't get all tangled up in the mess, and then do another one. So real simple. But if you want both of them in there, so let me grab my 2 cords here. Okay, so I'm going to put my leader needles in. So I'm going to line these up. Here's leader needle number 1. Let's get that one on there. And I'm going to move it down. I'm going to find now let me get them lined up. I mean, it seems like it can be a little bit like, it's only tedious when it doesn't come out. Because, yesterday, I was making it, and then, the only bit of trouble that I ran into was after I did it, I had this problem where they got completely tangled. And then I made another one that came out right, but then when I came to use my Threads app, I burned through the whole thing, which honestly, guys, I can honestly say as long as I've been doing this, that has never, ever happened to me. So I was really surprised. I was like, whoa. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so now we're going to line up the ends. So let's just get all the ends nice and lined up, because this is where the trick comes in. Okay, let's line that up. Now we're going to take, let me move all this stuff over. Put all this down. And then the other end. And okay, see how we have the two sides? Now, this is really important. You want to get one of them and just move it have them separated. Is this too busy? Let me clean up this little mess a bit. That's the important part. You want these to be separated, and then you could take your ring and put it in. Whoops. Let's get these lined up. That is just the most important part. You just want those two cords separated, and then you put your ring in just like this. And then with all the threads together, we are going to make a moose knot. So hold it here, pin in a clip 1 inch apart. And you will need that needle, the needle that comes with your kit, because this is really thin cord in the needle. Believe it or not, I like the cheaper, like more flexible needles better because the eye, see how it bends? So that's sometimes that's really helpful. So we're gonna clip this in just like that. Okay. Let me get this in focus. Okay, and then we're going to come in here and find those 4 strands and just really carefully make a moose knot. So I'm going to come around once and then twice. And you got to hold this because, this thin thread it's got a tendency to kind of go everywhere. So you just want to do this really carefully. Can I see? Okay, right there. And when you make your moose knot, leave a little bit of slack on the bottom here, because if you make it too tight like that, then it's gonna get stuck when you pull it through. So now we just pull these little strands through and just kind of get this nice and twisty, and then you come in and tighten it. So then. And then what if you see that see how these loops here don't look like they're laying flat? One thing you could do is take your fingernail and just kind of just go like that, and then just kind of twist it. And it's really strange because rather than having to go in and find each individual, sometimes, not often, but you'll have to do that. But whoa. But if you just take your fingernail and just just run them down, it just tightens all those. These kind of go like this, ooh. And it'll tighten all these up really nicely. And then you just slide it up like that. Land of Hope. Okay, thank you, Pat. Okay. Okay, now I know. Ooh. Tierra de Esperanza. Okay, so now you want to be really careful. You don't want to do what I did. So when you use your thread burner, just do it very, very carefully. there, and then tap it. Okay. So now, can you see how these two like remained like separated and not tangled like this one? So that's the trick. Just keep them like apart from each other. Okay, so now for the fun part. Okay, so now let's get this, bring this down. Let me clean this mess up a bit. Let me move this. When you're doing this, anything that you have, just like move, like move the mess away, because these strings, they're like hurricanes, man. They just grab everything in their wake. It's like insane. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing, because this kind of requires a lot of like hand space. Okay, so I'm gonna do the 3 beads first. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, but see this peg right here, really important, and then maybe this one right here, because we are going to we have to keep these 2 strands, because while you're knotting, they will get so tangled. You're not going to want to do this. You're going to say, ugh, thank you, Pat. So just see how I have it like off to the left right here. So when I do these hematite beads, first I string 3 on, 1, 2, 3, and then I just I string them on like 1 set at a time. So come around here, and then with this needle, I string them through again. And one nice thing about these beads, the hole is big enough so it just works. Perfect. Okay, now that was easy. Any questions? Okay, this is the tip, because while you're knotting, you will have to keep this cord separated. I want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we are going to slide a bead. And now when you make your knot, okay, you're going to need a knotting awl. Okay, so let's get our pointy thing. Okay, you're gonna how do I do this? I forgot. Whoa. It's like I normally do my knotting. Oh yeah, just like this, you're gonna basically grab it. See the cord, you're just gonna flip it over, and see how you can still see clearly that this is the cord on the left. So you're gonna pull that one through first, and then put it back like on the peg holder here, and then grab the second one and I'll pull it through. Oh, see, it's grabbing everything. Hang on, oh my goodness. What on earth? Hang on, something weird happened here. I tell you, these things like this one does not belong. This is from my other necklace. Let me just move that. Okay, and I'll do it again. I'm going to do it several times so that way you can see. So then okay, this is really interesting. When you knot this particular way, it basically is an overhand knot that you've made with all the strings. The trick is, don't because when I first started, I did this. I had the knot all the way over here, and I would drag it all the way over. And the only thing it does is it wears your thread out. So the trick to knotting that way with a knotting awl is to let's put this here. Now we have to do the next knot. We need our bead. Let's kind of boop boop slide the bead down. And let me see if this thing, see how it starts to get twisty? Just every once in a while, just grab it and then pull it and it'll untwist, because this does tend to twist. So slide the bead down and see, I'm going to make my overhand knot, and then I could clearly see which one's which. I'm going to pull this one out first, put it on the peg, and then do the next one. Does that seem hard? And then, okay, so this, whoa. See how it's just loose? You want to put your knotting all in, and see how I'm keeping the loop big. It's like wobbly, and then once you bring it up, the knotting all up to the bead, check it out. You just pull, and it's so much easier. So then we're gonna do the next one, and this one, there's no extra beads, so we just flip this one through and then the other one. Because I'm telling you, it turned into a humongous mess when I first did it. And then this one gets slid down. Okay, done. So then when you add your bead, so let's get, just make sure, oh no, that's the left one, this is the right. Okay, see how it's twisting? Let's just get that twist. It just makes it much more pleasant while you're working. So now this one, we're gonna string it on just, oh, I'm using, yeah, you know what? I am used to knotting from the other way. You know what? That's the thing with knotting. It depends on what you're doing, because sometimes it's more like time efficient going one way, like I'm doing now, and like another time, the backward way that I do it is just like, especially if you're making a mall or something. So it just depends on the project. I just find it easier for this specific project to do it this way. So so this one, you just slide your bead on just like you normally would, but this one we're going to come back through the bottom. So we're going to take our needle, and then we're just going to like feed it in through the bottom. Just be careful not to like pierce your thread, because that happened to me a couple of times. And why doesn't this go? No. You know what? Let me try a different, oh, hey, you know what it is? Sometimes sometimes when you're using a leadered needle, if this knot is like right at the fold, sometimes the bead won't go in. So we're gonna move that knot like way down. That may or may not fix the problem, but we are going to find out. I mean, that's been my experience. So let's see. And you know how it is. Sometimes it's just the hole in the bead. It's just not. Oh, see, that was it. Okay, perfect. So now you just like come up like this and bring these together. See that? Was that cool? And then right in here, don't forget to put this back on the left. Can you, like, right there? Ooh, let me move over. Well, you know what, this peg here, I have it off to the, I just want you guys to see it in case, if you're coming in late, you're like, what are you doing? Okay, and then we repeat the step where we make an overhand knot, and then just keep your eye on those two. Yeah, pretty much like the whole time you are going to be concentrating just to make sure that those two cords don't get like messed up. So remember, loose knot, hold it up to the bead, and then pull. It's like it just like automatically puts it right where it's supposed to go. And then you repeat the step. So I am going to, okay, I'll do a couple of more, because I want to like come over to this guy and tell you like what I did, because these pendants don't have any like holes, like like a normal like little bail, and I just want to show you what I did. And see how are we doing on time? We got 20 minutes. Yeah, we won't have time to finish the whole thing, so I'm gonna like work on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to this one, and I'm just gonna like keep repeating, and hopefully I can sort of finish. So what I did here, I kept repeating those steps, because it's just purely repetition. And then with the both leader needles, I fed it through this way, and then I came around the back, and then I poked the needles back through the, can you see that? Let me zoom in. See that? Because this doesn't have your typical holes. And I think it kind of looks cool, actually. When I finish this one, it's going to be like really, really interesting. Whoa. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repeat the steps. But I'm going to, let's see. Ooh, let's get the 3 gold and then the red. So 1, 2, 3. And I timed it. So in case you're wondering about like, well, how long does this project take, if you were to make it? For each little section, each of these, once you become proficient, it takes about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So, and the timing's important to know, because if you sell your work, you need to like add in, the time factor. So, just to let you guys know that, because I've seen so many times where, I have customers that they make something absolutely beautiful, like something that took like 2 or 3 hours, and then they sell it for like $20. And I'm just like, no, 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 no. You definitely need to put your time in there. Now, can you imagine? That's like working for like less than minimum wage. I mean, that's just like terrible. So I'm gonna like speed it up so I could see how far I can get on this one, because there's another tip that I'm gonna try. I'm not sure that I'm gonna succeed at it, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get a moose knot on the other side of this cord, because last night I had this idea, and you guys are gonna I'm gonna either fail or succeed. Okay, so I want to make sure. Wait a minute. Why is this? Okay, I'm gonna like let this, see how it's all twisty and it's getting me confused. I'm gonna like kind of untwist it a bit, just like that. Okay. So remember, hook it and make an overhand knot, and then bring everything through. So, does anyone have any questions? Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Did I forget to put the bead? No, it's there. And if your bead like comes out where like all the cords don't look like they're like straight, just like I said with your nail, just kind of like, and it'll pull all of them. So let's do the next one. I charge by the stones if I'm, oh, okay. Yeah, that's, why does it look like there's an extra knot? Did I put 2 knots in there? You know what? Maybe I did, but just ignore that. So let's grab it. Hold it. Oh, okay. Boom, boom. And this one, actually, once you get started, it's kind of like addicting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you charge by the stone. Oh, stone. Okay, this is kind of tangly. Let me like unwind it there and clip it back. Does this like not make sense to anybody? I just want to make sure that, okay, 1 and 2. There's 1 and then 2. And then I love everything I make. And you know what? Oh, Rhonda, I really do like everything I make, except if I make clothes. The first time I think I've told you guys this story. The first time I sewed something, it came out like a straight jacket. Because I sewed the inside of the sleeves to the side of the shirt. It was like crazy. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, good, good, good. I just want to make sure that I'm making like sense. So, I mean, just on this next one, you just bring it on like you normally would. And then the second part, you don't, if you do it this way, of course, you're not going to be able to, you know, get this look here. Just like string it in from the bottom and then pull. And then it's almost like magic. It's so cool. I just love doing this. Check it out. It's just, so pretty. And then you put this one over here and make, no, one at a time, Sandra. No, no, no. Okay, there's one and then two. Have any of you guys done this design? Oh yeah, Rhonda, right? That's how come, And honestly, there was another time that I thought I'm gonna make myself a pair of like really cool, like yoga bell-bottom pants. When I did yoga and they literally like fell apart. I mean, I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. I will never, ever wear a pair of pants that I make. No way. So here's 1, 2, 3. Oops. Do any of you guys sew? Are you like really good at sewing that where you can actually like make something and then wear it? Because not me. I mean, I've got a, you know, I always think it's, well, it's not that I think, I know it's the sewing machine. Oh, really, Tess? Wow. Oh my goodness. You know, over the years, you know, my kids were like into cosplaying. And for some reason, I don't know why, I guess because I just wanted to prove that I was the cool mom. I actually like made some really cool like costumes and they turned out really neat. I mean, I was like surprised because I didn't want them to think that, oh God, mom's useless. So I really stepped up to the plate for the cosplay costumes. And God, their costumes, God, they were, I mean, even the ones that they made were just amazing. Yeah. But, you know, anything for me, I think that's probably why I was able to get, I think that's why I was able to get away with it with the cosplay because it's expected that it looks kind of like handmade or like stitched by people with like very little sewing experience. You know what I mean? Did any of you do that kind of stuff with your kids cosplay, or am I like the only one? I mean, my kids don't do it anymore, but when they were into it, oh my goodness. We used to go to the anime LA. It was just crazy. It was so much fun. And the talent. Oh, the talent. But one thing I was good at is like if they needed any kind of like jewelry pieces for their costumes, I was really good at that. I could do that. Oh, good. We got a few minutes. Okay. Oh, what happened? Did it get tangled? No. See, if that happens where it looks kind of like weird, like, okay. Oh, Rhonda, really? Oh, that's so cool. Does she dress up? I mean, ah, it's just unbelievable. The costumes that people make. Oh my God. Oh, so much. And let me tell you, I mean, those costumes, I mean, even though you make them yourself, they're expensive. Oh, I did something wrong. Uh-oh. Nope, nope, nope. Body jewelry. Is that like piercings? Oh, you know what? I think Laura Lee's daughter did a really cool, like had a cool belt one time. Uh-oh, this one does not fit. Oh, don't even get started with that cosplay fabric. They've got like this weird monopoly on the market because that stuff is like $40 a yard. There's this one brand that it's kind of like stretchy. But it's really cool though. $40 a yard. Oh, I made a belly. Yeah, right. Okay, I remember that. It was the oh, okay, okay, Harley Quinn. You know what? I've never, I've had this every time. I always say I'm going to do it, but I never do it. I want to do I want to go to like dress up as a cosplay character. But do any of you know who Canary Mary is? Oh, 10 minutes. Okay, I better speed it up. Canary Mary. And what game is Canary Mary from? I've always wanted to dress up as Canary Mary. Anybody? Okay, I'll do 3 more and then I'll do my, okay. Canary Mary is from that video game, Donkey Kong. And she has a very, like, not a very long appearance in the video game. And yeah. So it's like a bird. It's a canary that's yellow. And she goes into a mine and she carry a puzzle piece. I don't know what my obsession is with that crazy bird. I don't even know like why that one. You know what I think it is? Because I think it's because like if I went to one of those conventions, like nobody would know. They'd be like, who is that? What is that? I think that's why I liked it. Because, you know, it's one of those obscure characters that nobody knows about. Okay, let's get this one and that one. And then I'm going to try my thing. That moose knot on the, I'll tell you about that in a second. You know what? I need to find out. I'm going to ask like whoever's in charge of this show, because I don't think that there's a JTV extra show after mine, and I'm going to ask if I can get permission to go longer than an hour if there is nobody after me, because that way I could actually like finish something. You know what I'm saying? I just think it would be kind of nice. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this down. And I know, right, Tess? Okay, I'll do it. I will call or email today. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. Oh, my goodness. Okay, this one. And then this one. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there because, you know, it's all from here on out. It's just basically all repetition. So this squeeze that one down and then tighten. Okay. Now, I had this idea. Okay. Ooh, let's see if it's going to work. Okay. Because on this end, I made a moose knot on a ring. And I want to see, because it's really hard to make. I mean, I do have like some tips. I mean, sometimes you can make a moose knot on both ends. But sometimes it's pretty like, let's see, yes, ask because some of the others, oh, well, hey. If they can go over, I can go over. Oh, I'm going to ask. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I need a needle. Oh my goodness, where are all my needles? Okay, let me get this set up to see if I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to take probably about 9 inches. Okay. I'm going to cut. Okay. Ooh, I'm nervous. Because remember, guys, I don't know if this is going to work. So let me see if I can. I don't think, let me see. Oh, I'm going to use this needle. Okay. I'm using a tapestry needle. it has like a long eye, so that way I can get all the strands through. All right, here it goes. And like I said, I don't know if this is gonna work, but if it does, then yay. Okay, we need a ring and a clip, and preferably one that doesn't wobble, because over time sometimes these things like start to like get a little bit wobbly. So one thing that you can do, especially if you need like extra, like, because sometimes your pegs, you need a peg that just like stays extra like in place. You can put like a scrap of thread, and then it'll keep it from moving. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Fingers crossed. I'm going to put this on manual focus so you can see right there. Oh, does it? Right there. Let me move this. So we've got our clip here, and I'm going to clip this and right in here. Oh boy. Let me take a deep breath. What time is it? Okay, we got 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to make, whoa. Oh my goodness. This stuff is kind of slippery. Oh boy. Ugh, I don't know about this. Okay. Ugh. Maybe if I could just find a way to, okay, come on, girl, you got this. Let's hold that. Ooh. Oh, come on, come on. Ugh. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Okay, maybe if I use my thumb. Hold it. Nope. Okay, let's do it this way. Because what I'm trying to do is get like a coil knot, like close. Okay, there. Okay, that works. So hold it with your nail, and then come around. Oh no, I think it's too far. But I'll try to scoot it. Let's see if I can scoot it. Okay, so now I'm gonna come through. Oh boy, this is like really like extreme. Oh my God. Ugh. Maybe it would be easier if I just like made a coil knot. Okay. I'm gonna pull this through. Okay. And now what I don't know about this. What am I doing? Ah. Ew. Ugh. 'Cause now we got to get like all those coils back through the needle. Oh my God, did I do it? Ooh. Ooh. This is not looking good. No, you know what? Forget it. That's a bad idea. Okay, let's go to plan. We'll go back to plan A because plan B is a little bit much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a coil knot. Ooh, look at this mess I made. Ew. Oh my God. Oh my God, I made a mess. What do I do? I'm going to just do the coil knot. Okay, so do not do what I just did, because unless you have like a tremendous amount of patience. Let me see if I can get these knots out. Oh my God. Ew. Okay, let me okay, I'm just gonna wad this up, guys, because this was a disaster. Don't do what I just did. So what you want to do instead, when you get to the end, just like put your ring in, and then fold it over, and then make a coil knot with a separate piece of thread. Okay, so we're gonna cut this off, and then put the ring on. Learning, yeah, what not, like what not to do. Haha, no pun intended. Okay, so yeah, this is probably your best bet, just to finish it off with a coil knot. But because the one on this side is really thick, let's do this. Ooh. You know, I'm sure that it could be done if I didn't feel like I was under like stress, because we only have a couple of minutes left on the show. So what I would do if you're going to do the a coil knot, use a 2 cords just so you get that same thickness. Oh no. Ah, my time is up, guys. Oh no. But you know what the coil knot is. Coil, coil, coil. One end goes in one way, one end goes in the other way, and then you tighten it and squeeze it. I can't believe I ran out of time. I'm so bummed out. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for joining the show. And the takeaway is I just wanted you to learn how to like control your the 2 cords, so when you're knotting, you could get it done like quickly and easily without, you know, that big old tangled mess. Thank you guys for joining the show. And it is 11:08, and I'm just being rebellious, and I'm going to stop it now. Okay, bye.